All right, welcome. Another edition of the Stillwaggon Symposium, and I got one of my biggest heroes in the world over here.
That's weird.
Whatever. Anyway, the dude that got me into media, he's a little too humble about himself sometimes, but Mr. Jeff Pliskin.
Thank you, sir.
Didn't want to wear the headphones, but I'm making him wear them. I can make this lower if you want. Fucking, if that's too loud, yeah. That's the main mix right there. Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a lot better. But yeah, man, no, fucking just seeing everything that you do on a daily basis is just like, my mind is blown. Like, I don't even know where to begin, because it seems like between the rap videos, the fucking, like, you know, the clothing apparel, the fucking, just you have so much shit going on, you know, like, I feel like you're so, like, you know, Long Island, but New York City, but California, all, like, put into one, and it just, I don't know.
It's fun.
From the outside perspective, obviously, like, I know you a little bit, but I haven't seen you in years, so I don't know what the fuck you do besides what you post on social media, but I don't know, it just seems like you live a cool life, and you do a bunch of cool shit. I mean, how did you get into this shit? Like,
just in high school, you know, you start liking things.
Yeah.
Like reggae and hip hop.
Yeah.
And then you kind of see what makes you happy.
Right.
And you keep wanting to do it. You know, like I was a very awkward kid.
Right.
In high school, and just music. One day, music just made me happy. I was like, holy shit.
What specifically? Like,
just I started going to shows. Like I was like 15 years old, and I was getting picked on. Small, like really small, awkward. Didn't have a girlfriend, anything.
Yeah.
And then one day, I'll never forget. Like this kid, he was like this popular kid, and I'm waiting for the bus, and he hands me a CD. He's like, "Just take the CD."
Check
I'm
this
like,
shit out.
"Yeah." There's a band called Youth of Today.
Okay.
And everyone was like raising their fists on the cover. I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's hardcore music.
Okay.
So I'm like, let me check this out. So I started going to shows there's a place called, back in the day, Coney Island High.
Right.
On St. Mark's Place.
Okay.
And, you know, mosh pit stuff and like
Hell
people
yeah.
screaming. And the thing I found interesting was that when people would get knocked down, like, instead of getting stomped on, like, people would just, like, stop and, like, help the person up. And I was, like, blown away.
Yeah, like some sense of community, even though these people are beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, it's like they're looking out for each other, getting their energy out.
Yeah. That's,
and I just stopped being depressed.
Yeah.
Like, just like that. I'm like, wow, I'm not, like, you know, you're a kid. Like, kids are, like, they got parents, teachers yelling at them.
Of course.
And then... But that kind of got me on some other level because it got me high on life, the music.
Yeah.
So I started kind of like rebelling in school, getting in trouble.
Right.
Because I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
I'm like, I'm happy with this music.
Yeah. Kind of represents you and what you feel like you
This is like even before I started my company, I was just like, this is awesome. Like, I feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I no longer wake up like sad.
Right. That's
For real. And then I started getting into, like, reggae because my friend Chris, I was actually on the phone with my boy Chris Fisher. He had, like, vinyl records. He was, like, the reggae DJ of, like, West Islip.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, I want to get into this. So, like, we would go record shopping, like, 16, 17 years old, buy records.
Right.
We would have, like, pool parties. We were, like, the only kids, like, spinning reggae records.
OG, like, fucking turntables.
It's funny because I'm very lucky. Like, it's popular now, like, the whole California reggae scene.
Yeah. It wasn't like that then.
Nobody was doing that
Yeah.
stuff. Like, when Sublime came out, like, I was already doing this shit as like a teenager. So I was like, oh, wow, there's people on the West Coast, like, incorporating, like, punk and reggae.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, it's like, it's a whole scene.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like I don't have to try because it's in my soul. Like, I could just walk into a show and be like, just start talking about records or albums or artists that inspire me.
Right. Don't you feel kind of responsible for part of, like...
No.
You don't at all?
No, I'm not. I'm just documenting stuff.
I know. I feel like because how involved you are in all different elements of this community that like
with current bands, like you know, I have a couple bands in Long Beach where I live.
right.
I got one band, the Zebulonites, to open up for Bernie Sanders.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because they're like, you know,
No, that's awesome.
I wear, you know, a couple of the staffers are like fans of what I do. So we keep in touch. It's like, yo, you know any reggae bands? It's like, all right, I got this, my neighbors.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so it's kind of like paying it forward, like, and not expecting anything in return. Kind of like, you want to play for this dude? Like, you know, get me a pass to shoot, and we're good.
Yeah. So it seems like you're just all about the community aspect. You're not like, you just try to help other people out. You're also, you love the community itself, and
I love the community.
yeah, the music, what everything that it stands for, as far as like what you said to begin with, like what you initially got in and how it like.
You gotta look out for yourself.
Right,
Like,
right.
You gotta love yourself first.
Right.
Like, don't do it to impress people. Don't do it to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta do it because you love it.
Sure.
And I love it, and I feel like when you love yourself and you love what you do, people see that and they want to be like involved.
Yeah.
It's really that easy. It's a simple formula.
It really is true. I mean, just on the fact that like I remember, I think I told you this earlier. I saw you at a Slightly Stoopid show, however many years ago, and like the band is playing, and you'd think that all of them would be getting all the attention, but you're running around the stage with your camera doing whatever, you know, crowd surfing and all this other stuff, and it seemed like you were more the life of the party, just because, like you said, you're happy, you're comfortable with yourself, you love what you're doing, and like
It was cool.
you just seem like you're having a good time. And like when I saw that, I was like, damn, like I'm kind of in the TV field. Like I was in college at the time, like I'm trying to figure out like what do I want to do after this. I was like, that's what I want to fucking do. Like that is like the ultimate dream. Not, I mean, like I understand that it's like kind of like a rare thing that you do, because there's not that many people that do that specific kind of like
Right.
and the amount of different kind of aspects of, you know, what you do, as far as like music videos and events and, you know, just a ton of
Yeah,
and
it's
running
just-
the company, you know.
It's just you gotta decide, like, does this feel good? Like, you gotta match frequencies.
Right.
Like, you honestly, like, a lot of people might roll their eyes like that's some hippie talk, but
Yeah.
it really works. It's about like following your path. Like, don't do it because you think it's gonna lead you somewhere. Don't do it because you think you're being cool, or it's gonna make you a lot of money. Like, don't expect anything.
Right.
Like, I came here like, what are you doing? I'm doing a podcast because I want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, this, you know, I'm not expecting anything from you or anything.
Yeah.
I want to do this because it feels right. I want to tell my story. I had you as a student when you were in 8th grade,
Exactly.
14 years ago.
Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. So
And you look the exact same.
a lot of green tea, man. A lot of green tea. But I remember you were in my study hall.
I was just gonna say that. It wasn't even a real
You
class.
and this other kid, I forgot the guy's
Nick
name.
Bologna.
You guys were the ones always like talking to me. Like, while the other kids are doing their thing, you guys are always asking Mr. P, asking me questions.
Everything.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, I just knew from that point in time, like I remember YouTube was like brand new at that point in time.
You stole that right out of I was going to say 2006. And I remember, I forgot the kid's name, little fat kid.
David Wolfson. I remember.
Wow, really?
I can replay this in my fucking head.
He's like, Mr. P, you heard about YouTube?
I literally
And I'm like,
remember
yo,
that
shut up.
exact day.
I'm like,
Yeah,
leave me alone. He's
Exactly.
like, do you remember YouTube? You can upload your videos. I'm like, be quiet. I'm like trying to grade papers or something. I'm like, be quiet. It's like, YouTube. Next thing you know, it's like
It is literally a phenomenon.
2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I started uploading. My first like music video on YouTube was like 2009, like 3 years later. It was
I
a
just
paid-
watched that recently. Is it a skateboarding video or a surfing video?
No, well, I did all the little videos like for my local skate shop
Right.
during that year, like 2005, 6, 7. But I started getting paid videos. Like, I did this video in 2009 for a band called the Agrolites. They were like a ska band.
Okay, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's like reggae, like old school reggae ska called Complicated Girl.
Right.
And the guy who hired me, the label, he's like, they're opening up for Bad Religion. And I love,
Oh shit.
my favorite 3 bands are NoFX, Pennywise, Bad Religion.
Right.
So,
Naturally, you're like,
you know,
okay.
I'm shooting for Agrolites, but
You're there for Bad Religion. Yeah.
But then the video came out and like it did pretty well. Like a lot of people were like, sick video. And then Slightly Stoopid, like the singer Kyle was like, yo, I like that video you shot for Agrolites, which kind of led me to do his video.
Yeah, and that was really the changing point.
You think so?
Well, I'm literally, that's more like a question / like it seems like you're putting it that way, and like Slightly Stoopid is a huge band, so I mean like I don't know where they were at that point in time, but
yeah, they were always big.
Okay, yeah, I mean from when I discovered them in what, like 2009 or 10, some shit like that.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've done a lot of videos. I don't see as any video as like the changing point.
Yeah, but like from the start, you were doing skateboarding videos, like you said, for your local
skate
like
shop. Special Sauce Skate Shop in Bayshore.
But you didn't want to like do that forever. You were like, I want to do the music scene.
No, I never wanted to be a music video director.
You just kind of happened.
My goal, and I'm like really close to it, is to be like Quentin Tarantino. I want to be a film director.
That's awesome.
And I'm like this close to doing my first movie. I'm this close to meeting him. Like if YDB comes here, like Quentin's family with YDB's uncle RZA. So like Quentin produces all RZA's movies. So
did you see that new sorry to change the topic a little bit, that new skateboarding video, that movie that came out that Jonah Hill did?
No, I heard about it. It's like a 90s type of thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I know like you get kind of like a bad kind of idea just because it's Jonah Hill and like the fuck does he know, but I think he's funny, but like I wouldn't have expected him to put together such a good movie. It was actually good. Really good.
It's like trying to like take it back to the 90s.
Yeah,
that's
I mean
my
like
era.
That's exactly what I thought of when I was watching that movie, because for me like I was a little kid in the 90s. You know, like up until 99 I was 7 years old. So like I didn't really see the 90s the way that you saw the 90s, and like looking back I have this idea of what it's like. And I feel like, again, a lot of it goes back to, like, the shit that you do, because I feel like the videos that you produce and, like, even, like, Slightly Stoopid and Sublime and all that, like, more Sublime than Slightly Stoopid, but, like, just seeing you involved with that kind of just, like, reminds me that, like, you're bringing the 90s to, like, present day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, a lot of people say that with my film
style. You keep it
style.
alive, you know?
Yeah, like the gritty black and white filming.
Exactly.
It's funny, I shot this. It was I'm not going to say how much, but it was like a label flew me out to Cali last year.
Right.
For this band, I'm not going to mention, like I got paid a lot of money. And like, I'll never forget it, the email I got from the band was like, this looks like a 1990s Tribe Called Quest video. They're like, we don't like it. And I'm like, what? No, but it's funny. I'm like, they still put it out because the label paid for it. And it got good reviews, but like the band itself, they were not feeling it. And I'm like, I actually took it as a compliment. Like, that's what I do. I have my own style.
Right.
And that's why I feel very comfortable with what I do. Like, you know, a lot of people could say I either love your stuff or hate your stuff, but you can't take away like my style.
No, of course not.
And I don't copy off anyone. Like, my style is my style.
Exactly.
And that's it. I'm an artist, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not like a photographer. It's like, I hate that shit.
Well, and that's what I think is cool about you, is that you're not limited to just that, and like we were just saying, you have your own style, which is like, I don't see that a lot. I feel like I see a lot more imitation and repetitiveness with, you know, when you're seeing videos every fucking day. Like, I'm here, I see people editing, they all copy each other. Yeah. I mean, out in movies and whatever else, like, it's just different. Like when you're into like the topics that you do, also like skateboarding or live music, like those two alone grab me. And then like the reggae thing, I feel like you have like a specific demographic, but then people outside of the demographic see it and they're like, oh shit, that's really cool. Like,
see, the thing is, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I grew up, you gotta understand like where I came from. You know, like I said, like I was like a little kid picked on, so like I was always like the underdog.
Yeah.
So I always felt like I love music that like shows the underdogs rising up. Like, I love native tongue music like Tribe Called Quest.
Hell yeah.
Like hip hop like that, De La Soul, and Brand Nubian, like anything like that shows like rising up. You know what I mean? Same thing with punk music and hardcore. Like we're down, and we're like hardcore and hip hop in the 80s and 90s are a lot the same.
Right.
Even though like it was black and white, like at the same time, it's like people that are like pressed down. They're not like commercial in society, and they're trying to like rise above it.
Sure.
And that's how I got into reggae, because reggae preaches like peace and love and that positive type of thing.
Yeah, man.
And I like to do stuff like that. Now, you know, when I say positive mental attitude, it doesn't mean you're walking around smiling all the time.
Right.
Like I could have days where I'm like pissed off,
Of course.
but like you could still be pissed and have an attitude. But if you treat people right in the end, that's all that matters. Like if you're not a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can have an argument with somebody. Peace and love, you know, positive mental attitude doesn't mean like, hey, let's talk about it, let's hold hands. No, you can curse each other out, but if you're doing each other right,
Of course.
in the end, that's like, it's what all religions are trying to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's spiritual. It's a spiritual thing.
But like, how do you stay at that point? Like, how do you?
You just got to follow the frequency. Like, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But like, I just filmed a vegan cooking show. I shouldn't say it because the guy's gonna kill me. It's a plant-based cooking show, right?
Mm-hmm.
When
I
he
saw
asked
that, yeah.
when he asked me if I want to do that, I was like, that sounds like something that's really like good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not gonna do something negative that inspires negativity, or the lyrics are like negative, where we're gonna fight you or beat you up, or I hate that shit.
Yeah, of course.
And I can't listen to music that has lyrics that put people down, or it's just not my frequency. That's a lower frequency.
Exactly.
And that's why, like, you look at these people like Takashi or whatever that inspire fighting, like, look what happens. They end up going to jail and living a... No, I want to be on that higher level.
Exactly.
And I know it's cliche, but, like, I stayed home on Sunday. I put vinyl records on. That
I saw
it's
it,
all
I
about
saw it
just
on
loving each
Facebook.
other, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know...
That's awesome though that you do shit like that too. I mean,
But you
like
gotta
that keeps your peace.
It keeps my peace. You got to
Yeah.
keep it simple.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, I'm sure you just love listening to, records as opposed to like what everyone. You can just type anything into YouTube and
It's about keeping that peace,
Yeah.
keeping that level.
No, that's great, man.
But listen, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm perfect. I fuck up all the time.
Right.
There are days when I just, like, I messed up.
But you don't beat yourself up about it. You're just
No,
like,
you got to
nah,
move
I'm
on.
gonna get past
You
that.
got to brush it off.
Exactly.
You got to make amends.
Yeah.
You know, I burnt a couple of bridges and they've been rebuilt,
Right.
like, over the years. That's what you have to do. You have to learn from every negative experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like the older I get, the less negative experiences I have.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say that. You got a couple of years on me, but from the last,
Aha.
5-6 years, every year I think I have it figured out. The next year I'm like, nah, you're not even close.
It's not about having it figured out like you're done. It's about just learning.
not being done, but I get what you're saying.
It's like a journey.
Exactly. Well, but I feel like I'm finally at the point, even like present day, I feel like I'm finally at the point where I'm getting somewhere where now I can make progress. I feel like before I was kind of just like in limbo,
Really?
and not that not that I matter or anything like that. We're talking about you.
You
but
matter.
I'm just more or less saying, like, for myself, I feel like when on the days that I have a bad day, I need to like do something extreme, like get a workout in or something like that.
You have
because-
to. I just read that, like, you can either, most Americans do two things when they're depressed. They go eat food that's really bad for you,
Yeah.
or they go exercise, and that, that's better for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I ride my bike.
Builds up the endorphins, and
I ride my bike here and back to Astoria every day, and
that's good, man.
Yeah, it's 12 miles a day. I mean, if I didn't do that, I would be a fucking psychopath.
I do that in the summer when I'm off from
Yeah.
teaching. I'll ride from 8 a.m. to noon. I'll ride the boardwalk like 20 times.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever. Yeah, it's like, what, 10, 15 miles?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's good. Like, you get like this rush,
Oh, exactly.
and you feel happy.
Exactly. Dude, I have a lot more energy. I mean, like, it's surprising. The more exercise you do, you think it would be more tired, but like I've been waking up earlier and earlier and having that much more energy. So it's like it definitely does something for your mental health. I will say that.
It does.
But
the problem is, like, how do you handle negative people? Because there's a lot of negative people out there.
that's a really good point.
Now, my thing is, I would always react. I still do.
Same here.
So I think I have to work on myself on how not to react as much and just kind of, like, shut my mouth.
you know, I say I'm gonna do that, but I feel like in the heat of the moment, it's so much harder to be like, calm
Practice,
down.
man.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I got into it with this lady the other night that, you know, I work at this place, and she was just giving me shit because, you know, they got to keep the volume down in certain rooms, and they were having choir practice, and I was like, lady, just please be respectful. And she went off on me, and I'm like, listen, this is a public space, you know, you got to share it. Like, but you're right. I rather than flipping out on her, I should have, you know, played it cool. But at the same point in time, when people talk down to you, and you know, it's hard. You know, you gotta. I'm constantly at battle with myself over that. You know, but my point of that whole thing was just because I see that you just seem like you said, you have your bad days, but you just seem like you're always good vibes. Like, you know, with your group on Facebook, I see you reaching out to all those people. And
it's projection. Like, you can use Facebook or social media as a mirror. You can be like, hey, everyone, look at this shitty thing I'm going through.
Right.
Or you can use social media as a tool.
Sure.
Like, I want to bring everyone together and do something positive. Like, why would you want to go on social media and talk shit?
Exactly.
You know, like, why would you want to do that? Don't get me wrong. There's your boy.
Cool.
Hello.
Yo, Jeff.
Yes, sir. You're on live TV. What are you doing?
I'm downstairs.
All right, go to Studio 2. Studio 2.
The door not open, man.
The door's not open?
Let me go take a look.
We're going to let you in. Please hold. Yo! We're on live TV. Have a seat. Pull it up. Look at that. See, I manifested the son of Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, you can come on the show, man. Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Where's Tom?
Yeah,
Right
keep
there,
going.
look.
Okay.
Yo. So we were talking about energy, right? So I'm talking about, like, how do you keep it positive when people are being negative? And being positive doesn't mean smiling and you know, waving. It means you can still curse each other out, but it's how I treat you in the end. Like, am I gonna do good by you? Like, I could give you the finger, but if I do good by you in the end, that's all that matters. You know, I can debate people all day, and that's why, like, artists deal with me, is because, like, I'm not a yes man. Like, if I disagree, I'll fucking battle you.
Exactly.
But they know that this kid's doing me right. Like, he's fighting for something he believes in.
Yeah. No, it's a really good point. People know that you have all the integrity in the world, and you know they won't step on your toes because they know that you have the best thing in mind for them, or whatever.
I mean, don't listen. You don't know. People do step on my toes. There's a lot of competition.
No, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I just mean, like, the people that you're used to dealing with. You're not anyone. I just mean, like, you know, your standards, your boys, you know, Dirty and whoever else.
Let's introduce this guy.
That's what I was just about to say. I didn't get a chance because you wanted to finish
This
what
is,
you were saying. My man, Young Dirty Bastard, in the studio.
Yeah, blessings.
Super shout out.
Wu-Tang Clan right here.
Yeah, shout out to the universe. You know, all the babies.
That's right. Let's get a close up on him if we can.
You having another baby?
Oh yeah, you know.
Number what?
Number 6. Got number 6
Holy
coming.
shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, dude. So what have you been up to?
Well, besides having babies, you know, trying to my hardest to build this project together with Raised Fists. You know.
Hell yeah.
That's the goal.
Hell yeah,
Get
man.
it done.
Album we're trying to put out this album, man.
Oh, well, I'll wait because we got somebody to speak to. In a few minutes.
Can't
So give me more. What's the plan? Like, you guys are you're putting out an album. He's not rapping on it or anything.
No,
right?
I'm the label. I'm financing it, right? So we'll put
Okay.
out like 1,000 limited edition. It's his first album, Y.D.B.
Okay.
And you know how Nas had like him as a little kid on the cover, and Biggie had his. So it's kind of like a hip hop legacy.
Right.
In my opinion, every great like first album has the hip hop person as a youth.
Yeah.
So we got a really good photo of Y.D.B. as a child.
Oh, that's so fucking
With
sick.
His dad.
Oh shit.
So we're
It's
just
a
gonna,
great photo.
and there's not even any like crazy art. It's just a photo for the cover of O.D.B. like with Y.D.B.
So it's almost like the end of the series. like a saga of like the different albums over the years.
I'll say
and,
the
like,
beginning of the suit. I would say it's his
Really?
beginning, man.
Well, it's his beginning, but it's continued over from previous generations. Like you said, he
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
This is a project that was. I've known this guy for like 5 years, so
Yeah.
it's not like when I first met him, I'm trying to pitch him some bullshit.
Yeah.
We 5 years, and finally I was like, "Yo, dude, let's drop something cool."
But you guys have worked together multiple
Yeah.
times.
5 years.
Like he knows
5
what
years.
he's in,
Shows.
he knows what he's in for when he's dealing with you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We've had adventures,
Okay.
dude. I bring this guy to Long Beach, and we don't even have like how you book shows like
Yeah.
we'll be there at 3:00.
You show up.
Nobody knows. We'll go into each bar in Long Beach, and everyone will just bug out. The managers will be like, and then we'll leave. Like we'll have a couple of drinks. He'll get on the microphone, and then we'll leave. They want more.
Yeah.
They're like, wait,
Where specifically in
Long Beach, right?
Yeah. Where in Long Beach? They have
Long
like
Beach.
rap clubs or like.
No, it's the West
just show
End.
up
It's like a strip of bars.
Okay. I know. I'm familiar with that.
So you just ride your bike there or
Okay.
you walk.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget it. My favorite. Well, I'll let YDB talk about his favorite. But my favorite incident.
Right.
You can't make this stuff up. So I bring YDB and I'm thinking we're just gonna go to like these clubs and drink for free.
Right.
He'll get paid like whatever, a few hundred here and there. But that didn't even that happened. But a huge like dude in the area, like a money dude, he was like, "Yo, come to my oyster bar." Like I'll never forget it. I'm like, "That's weird."
Yeah.
Like we're bar hopping. He's like, "No, come here." We walk to his oyster bar, opens up the bar, and he gives us like these $1,000 like oysters that are rare from like some Boston, and we're sitting there like he's teaching us the art of eating oysters.
Yeah.
He's like, "We are now gentlemen. Gentlemen eat like this." Yo, we're sitting there eating $1,000 oysters, and he didn't even want anything from us. He was just like, "Thank you, YDB, for sitting at my oyster bar," and then we just left.
That is so fucking legit. I mean, how does that make you feel? That like you got that much of a presence.
Well,
Obviously, you've earned it, but you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, my family earned it.
Yeah.
And I think we just got to continue it. It's not about really how you feel. It's about just knowing it's here for you.
Right.
Just embracing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
Like you was talking about energy,
Right.
Energy passes
Exactly.
through. Just got to embrace it and catch it. Right. And move with it. Let it flow like water.
Dude, that's wild though. I mean, like, and not for nothing. I mean, like, I don't know a lot about rap, so if anything, I probably wouldn't have been able to identify. I did not know who you were before tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
All praises due.
But obviously, I know Wu-Tang Clan. I'm just kind of a hippie rocker, so I'm kind of
Hippie, get a haircut.
I like rock.
I'm out of touch with a lot of the rap scene. I'm not gonna lie, but my whole point of that was.
Yo, is this live?
It's live on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why are people?
Yeah, I'm getting. All right.
I lost my train of thought. But you had a story that you were gonna tell. You said that your favorite story.
I had a favorite story. What about you? Do you
No, I
have
thought you was going to talk about Irish Day or something.
Irish Day?
Oh,
Can I say that?
I
or
just
you
know
want-
that's
you-
wild in
Yo,
Long Beach.
that's our
Got it.
first show. Basically, in 24, I met this guy, Sean Price, rest in peace. He was like an underground rapper who was he was a staple, like
Okay.
a legend.
Right.
He passed away, but it was, I think it was Capadonna's birthday in 2014, one of the Wu-Tang guys.
Right.
So my friends and I were like, yo, let's go check it out, Capadonna. And then it's like, Sean Price is here. So like me and Sean Price, I'm taking photos of him, doing my thing.
Right.
He's flexing. And someone's like, yo, that's ODB's son. And this guy looked like, this is the first time I saw him.
Yeah.
Looked just like ODB, had the braids. I'm like, yo, this guy looks like ODB. So I'm like, you probably don't remember it, but I just went up to him like, yo, what's up? And we took a photo together. That was 2014, and then I got his info from his manager, Divine or whatever, and then I'm like, yo, come to Long Beach. We'll pay you X amount. And we have this thing called Irish Day
Yeah.
in October, which is weird because St. Patrick's Day is March.
Right.
So Long Beach is weird.
They do the halfway point.
Yeah,
I know. a ton
an
of
excuse
people
for
like
getting drunk, right?
that. Of course.
So you got this dude shows up in an outfit with all chicken wings, right?
Word.
It's like
From
it's
the
all
top to
chicken
the
wings,
bottom.
right? So you got all these
Bottom.
Irish people wearing green, and you got This dude shows up with like chicken wing outfit, and for 1 hour he's not even rapping. He's going, "It's Irish Day, it's Irish Day." Yo, people were loving it.
I didn't even know what was going to happen.
That is amazing.
It was fun, and he got paid. He got paid.
That's the best part about it, but the connection that we made.
Of course. Just to experience that as, someone who's somewhat notable too. I mean, like, people are coming up to you, like, taking pictures and shit, I assume. Yeah, I mean, like, that's...
For a lot of people, they was just capturing that moment, and they didn't care who you was.
I know. Regardless, I was just about to say that to see
It was
something
a weird,
like that
it was
is
cool
like,
though.
what the hell?
And did we have Jam Master Jay's
like-
son? He was DJing or something. We had a lot of like hip hop people.
Oh yeah, we had his cousin. His cousin.
Oh, the
was there.
cousin, all right.
So did you perform in
Actually,
that
Jam
chicken
Master
wing?
Jay-
Jam Master
son
Jay's
was
son
there.
was DJing,
Yeah,
right?
he was DJ.
You performed with the chicken wing suit on?
Oh
too?
yeah, with not the it wasn't chicken wing suit.
He wasn't dressed up like a chicken
It was like this type of outfit.
It was, but it had
bunch-
like
I
it
know,
was,
I
it was
can
like a
picture it.
supreme,
Yeah.
bunch of chicken wings all over it.
Right.
like what do you call it? Like a
It was
Louis
Mo-
Vuitton.
Moss
Louis
clothing
Vuitton.
line. I don't know. It was funny.
It was there's a photo you put up though where you're just like going nuts and like all these Irish people, like stereotypical, like they had the fedora
Yeah.
with the beer, green like fucking shamrocks, and you got this guy just like, I think his shirt was, he likes taking off his shirt a lot. It was hilarious, dude.
The scene must have been fucking ridiculous.
No, I'm like, yo, we gotta do more shows. This is, and then I booked him. A couple months later, I booked him at Slick Rick and Rakim.
Okay.
And this guy jumps off the stage, starts a mosh pit. I was like, this is cool. This is cool. Because I've never seen a hip hop dude. Like, I just told you in the beginning of the episode, like,
That's what you started
when I was
with.
15, I
Yeah.
used to go to hardcore shows.
Yeah.
Like, they used to do mosh pits. I never saw a hip hop dude do mosh pit stuff. So when I saw you do that, I'm like,
They do 'em, man.
this is my
This is the
people right
man,
here.
yeah.
I'm like, this is my style.
Yeah.
The energy, it's the frequency, man. You
No,
know?
I mean I can tell as soon as I met him that he's mad chill. What's your favorite place to perform?
Favorite place to perform?
Like what your best, like
Well,
your favorite
it
show
used
that
to be
you've done?
Rock the Bells.
Okay.
You know, that was nice and all of that.
Yeah.
But I guess I got to create a new favorite place.
But you've been like outside of New York to perform. Like he just said that you went out.
Didn't you go to Australia?
Oh yeah, I went to Australia recently.
Okay.
A couple years back.
Okay, so you've been around doing.
Well, that's not my favorite place to perform.
Right.
You
No,
know?
I just mean like it's not like you only performed in New York, so that's
Yeah.
like.
Well,
your
the
only
thing
option to
about
pick
me,
from.
before I even go to the other country,
Sure.
I'm on Instagram, right?
Right.
And it's baby mama searching time.
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah.
already trying to plant the seeds.
Of course.
And it never happens that way. It's like I see the girl, we can't have babies. It's like she set me up. We have this whole time we meditated about this baby being born.
Right.
But it gets me over there. Yeah, before the tour is even mentioned about.
Right.
I'm going to New Zealand.
How do you search for baby mamas
what
on
I'm saying?
Instagram?
Yeah,
Do you slide into the DM?
yeah.
Just search location.
I'm all in there.
And what do you say? You say, would you like to make a baby?
Well, first I have a copy and paste thing. So it's like, I'm Young Dirty Bastard, son of Old Dirty Bastard, but my real name is Boston Unique Jones. And that's how we started.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
That's a great opening line.
Wait, so have you planted a seed with this method yet?
It happened in Connecticut. New York and Georgia, it didn't start off like that. I met her naturally. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, it was pretty cock blockish how I met her. Some other guy said, "Can you talk to this girl? She's getting on my nerves." Grabbed the phone. We was in the park smoking weed. That was it. Now she became my baby mama.
I thought you don't
3 babies.
smoke.
Nah, that was when I was like 18.
You stopped smoking, right?
Yeah, I don't smoke no weed. Barely
Yo,
even
let me
drink.
tell you a story about this guy.
Yeah.
I got so many stories. So Slightly Stupid, right?
I'm 29 right now, guys.
Yo, my
Years
birthday's
ago,
tomorrow.
I
My
smoked
birthday's
weed.
tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
Turning
I
40.
saw that. I saw that on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh shit! What a better time to have him on my show than the day before his podcast."
Getting old, bro.
Give a shout out for Jeff for his birthday.
All right.
Raise
Taking
fist.
me out. Listen, we're at Slightly Stupid Studios, right?
Okay.
And the singer, Kyle, he had like this pickle jar of like nuggets of weed. You look like you smoke weed, right?
A lot.
Yeah, so like huge, like probably like a pound. I would say a pound of weed.
Right.
Like
it was a nice bit of weed.
So he gives. I do the spiel. This is Son of Holy Bastard. Everyone's like, and he takes the jar and slides it over, expecting him to YDB take smoke, pack the bowl. He takes it, he puts it in his jacket, and the singer slightly stupid is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna sell it."
Word.
Dude, I'll never forget it. Like everyone in the room was like, "What the fuck?" And the singer was like, "Okay," and you left with that jar of weed.
Yeah.
Did you sell it?
Yeah. Well, he gave me a nice bit of it.
Right.
Oh, he didn't give you the whole jar?
Nah, I wish he gave me the whole jar. I sold all that. Yeah. The thing about it, before I went upstairs to the studio, I sold the what was the people in the front? The rep. The people who work the desk when you come in the building.
Yeah, that was it's Jerry Wonder Studios. It's Wyclef's cousin.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Platinum Sounds.
Whoever
on
was in the
46.
studios,
right
I
here.
sold them. I was selling tasers every day, like like the
Guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, taser guns.
Really?
Yeah, every day.
This guy's got a new hustle every week, dude.
Well, not
Gummy
like I
bears.
used to. I used to be outside selling things constantly. But
Right.
Now I got the babies.
Now you're legit.
Well, not. Yeah, I'm legit.
You hooked up.
Well, yo, he's doing like
I'm a little
60
more. Yeah, you're right.
He's doing 60 shows of Wu-Tang this year.
Yeah, I'm
There
a
you
little
go.
more legit.
Jumping off the stage.
Hey man, I don't even have 1,000 followers on Instagram, so
Well, it's coming, man.
Yo,
That stuff just starts coming.
I'm just busting
I
balls.
think-
I can give a fuck.
I
about
think
that.
Method Man started copying him. Because now Method Man jumps off the stage.
Oh, Method Man been jumping off the
Really?
stage. Method Man's the king for jumping up the stage.
He started it?
Yeah.
Who's the dude that did?
I keep it real with that.
Coolio. Did you see that? He jumped,
Method
tried to
Man.
crowd surf, and then he got his ass kicked.
Oh,
Is that on
I feel
TV?
sorry for them
Is that
type
It's
of
on
people,
YouTube.
man.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Yeah, he tried to crowd surf and no one caught him, and he landed on the ground and he got beat up and robbed.
Damn.
Wait, what?
didn't
What do you
see
mean
that?
beat up and robbed?
I guess the crowd was not in favor of him. I don't know
How
why.
do you beat up and rob the artist, dude?
I guess he jumped into a mob of people, and before security could get to him, he got it. I don't think it was like that extensive, but I just saw it on YouTube. And it
Is
seemed
that what
it was-
happens at Fish concerts?
No, Fish concerts.
This guy goes to like hippie shit.
Yeah, my 50th Fish show was on New Year's Eve, and
You do a lot of drugs?
No, just smoke.
When you say fish, what you mean?
It's a band called Fish, kind of like Grateful Dead.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they
They
play
like dance.
banjos and shit.
Nice.
They don't really play banjos, but there's the 4 original members. They've been in the band for like 35 years, and they have over 300 songs. They played over 3,000 shows, and basically
Respect, man.
most of their songs last at least 10 minutes. Like any given song, they'll never play the same set list twice, and any song that they'll play is usually about 10 minutes minimum, and like they'll play up to like an hour version of a song. So like you never know what you're in for with a show like that. That's why I've seen them so many times.
It would just be lit.
Yeah, no, dude, the amount of like when they play at the Garden for 4 nights every New Year's run,
Yeah.
that place, it must take forever for them to air.
Do you look
that
at like all the
everything.
lights?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, at this point in time, it's
We gotta start hanging out with hippies, dude.
yeah, so
Oh, we're putting out an album.
yeah.
So
That's,
let me say
I
a
wanted
couple
to get
things.
back to that as far as
So
that.
basically, we're trying to like put out this vinyl, right? And we're gonna put it digitally. But this summer we linked them up with this. I like to do mashups,
Right,
so I linked them up with this band called Take It Back Sunday.
dude. I love taking
So
Back Sunday.
the guy Mark, the drummer, he does beats.
Yeah,
He made like 4 or 5 tracks for him. So we have those floating around, and then I just linked him with the Lords of Brooklyn.
okay,
And Lords of Brooklyn, they actually toured with Sublime back in the 90s.
right.
So I went to their restaurant. They have a restaurant called the Brooklyn Firefly. I actually invited you. Like they do this hip hop brunch.
Right.
Where they have like Legends DJ while
Okay.
you eat like pancakes.
Yeah,
And the owner went up to me. He's like, "Yo, I want to work with YDB." So we brought him into the studio, and we're trying to finalize like 2 or 3 songs to put on a record.
right.
We got Hot 97 wants to interview him. We got Shade 45. So we're gonna do the whole like.
Process of that.
Once we drop the album, we're gonna go hard with it.
Hell yeah. And so, as far as dropping it, do you already have a date in mind? You're just kind of like gonna promote it.
Well, it's
online
6
and shit?
weeks from the. So like if we finish, let's say April 1st.
Okay, so you're still working on it. It's not done yet.
Yeah, we're going back like Thursday.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to. What do you think? By the summer?
The mix, well,
I
I
want
want to
drop
get
this.
these people involved, like I said, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the ideal thing is we'll drop it in the summer because we're going on tour with Fortunate Youth,
Okay.
and they have like 5,000 to 7,000 people per show.
Oh wow.
Bro, like, if you have records,
Hell
we'll
yeah.
sell out of it.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
gonna be a green vinyl, like a nice green vinyl. Then we'll do like the next pressing will be yellow, then red.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going like with the color,
The reggae colors, the
whatever.
Bob Marley colors, whatever you want to call them. The hippie colors. What's the proper term for that? Rastafarian.
It's Rasta, red, gold, and green.
Yeah.
Red stands for war, and then green stands for peace. Like even when I was filming this video a few years ago for this Jamaican guy called Capleton.
Okay.
If you Google Capleton, this guy's like legit. Type in Capleton, no cocaine. So we fly him out or the label flies him out from Jamaica to Long Beach, and we hang the Rasta flag, and it was green, yellow, red.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, no, man.
It was wrong.
He's like, red stands for war. So if red's on the bottom, that means you're inspiring war. He's like, flip that flag. So we had to flip the flag where the flag was red, yellow, green. Next time you look at Rasta colors, see if green is on the bottom. That stands for peace. Green stands for peace. If red is on the bottom, that's inspiring war. That's blood on your hands. That's Rasta shit.
Red, yellow, green.
Damn.
Slightly Stupid Studios, right, in San Diego.
It's wrong.
Well, I went there and I told the singer the story because it said Slightly Stupid it had green, yellow, red. I'm like, Kyle, and I told him the story.
Yeah.
On video, he literally like peeled the stickers off and put the red on top
Hell
and the
yeah.
green on bottom. He's like, fixed.
That's awesome. I feel like that's something that's why they sound like they're like the same as you. I feel like you're
And like it's those anecdotes that
Exactly.
that I love. It's like, it's one thing fanning out over a band, but it's another one. It's like I just flew out to San Diego and this famous fucking dude, he listened to what I told him and he like respected the culture.
Yeah.
He's like, I respect what you just said, so I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna take the red from the bottom and put it on top. Put the green on the bottom.
So you're like, fuck yeah, I'm accomplished, and I didn't have to.
No, I just
I
said
have to
I'm
change
not-
my way. Like
I
that's
just told
exactly
him
what I wanted.
I said, make me a coffee. I'm tired, bro.
And he passed the message along. That's the whole
Fuck
goal.
yeah.
Passing. I like this guy.
So what's it like to hang out with this guy? What
Who, me and him?
Yeah.
Or me?
What do you?
Me hanging out with him?
Yeah. What do you guys do?
We could go to this other thing tonight.
What happened to you Saturday, bro?
I
Yo,
couldn't
we're-
park, man.
I went to Miss Lily's Jamaican restaurant from like big dance party.
Hell yeah.
Last time he came out, started a dance craze, started breakdancing on the floor. It was cool.
That's
Living.
wild.
Living.
Do you like you have people like security?
Oh,
out
no,
with you?
no. I mean, yeah, cousins, once in a blue.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to come.
Yeah.
Regular life,
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I mean.
Later on, it is.
Of
what it
course.
is.
Did you have security when you were on the Jimmy Fallon show?
Jimmy who?
Dude, you were on national
Jimmy
TV.
Kimmel.
Oh shit, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. That's the picture of the three of you, right?
Yeah, he was on dude, you had like 5 million people watching that.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel show. He came to Brooklyn. Jimmy Kimmel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the musical act was Wu-Tang Clan.
God damn.
So
what?
I texted him like, yo, are you gonna be on tonight? He's like, yo, stop over. And there's like a huge 2,000 person line. He's like, meet me in the back. He opened a door. I was like, I'm in.
That is amazing.
It was cool.
That's wild, dude.
I gave him a Reyes Fish shirt, and the guy takes it off right before he goes on stage, because one of the Wu-Tang guys were like, the shirt's too tight.
Yeah.
So he took off the shirt.
I
Unbelievable.
changed my whole outfit, actually.
Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, I had to change my whole outfit.
Dude, and he
I
left
looked
the
good,
shirt
though.
on the chair.
And he was wearing the chicken wing suit, wasn't
No,
he?
no.
No, he was wearing this really cool, I don't want to say Michael Jackson beat it, but it was like a studded, it's like a heavy metal studded, it was really badass, actually. Like him and RZA, Y.D.B and RZA have these cool, it's pretty gangster, actually.
Yeah.
If you type in Jimmy Kimmel Wu-Tang, you'll see because he jumps off the stage again into the crowd.
Hell yeah. How was that? How did it feel to perform on something of that big of a platform?
Well, meeting Jimmy Kimmel was the moment I got.
Chatting it up.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Yeah.
And when I got to the stage, it was regular.
Right.
He was like, we already been here, you know.
Yeah.
I can't feel it because the auditorium is not as big as
was at the
regular
band.
venue.
It was
Yeah.
at Brooklyn Academy of
Yeah.
Music.
No,
So-
that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
Even at ABC, when I performed at ABC, I didn't really feel it. I just did it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The cameras and whatever else don't
Yeah.
phase you at this
No.
point in
That
time.
goes back to what I was saying before you showed up. It's like we don't do this like because like we're trying to impress anyone or because we're doing this because we love doing it.
Living
And-
life.
Yeah, like who cares if it's ABC or Jimmy? Like it's almost like I'm like, yo, Jimmy, come on, we'll take a photo. Like he was like blessed. He's like, really? I'm like, come here, and I took a photo of you and him.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, I'm a big reggae ska fan, right? So the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones, they're like a famous
Yeah.
ska band from Boston. But the thing is, the singer is now the announcer for Jimmy Kimmel. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, Wu-Tang Clan. So I see all you guys, right? And I go to Dickie Barrett. I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's got his hoodie on. And he's kind of like, he's looking at you and all the Wu-Tang guys like, he's like, you know them? I'm like, yeah, it's my boy right there. He's like, can I meet them? And I'm like, yo, dude, like, you know I'm a big fan of yours, right? I'm like, I grew up on the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones. Like, I used to go to the Middle East in Boston and see you guys. And he's just like, really? He's like, I'm a fan of your band. I'm like starstruck talking to you. And then he's like, can you introduce me? I'm like, yo. And then he was like so thankful that he met YDB.
That is fucking crazy, man. That's it's funny.
Weird, right?
It's funny how things work like that. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have expected that. I mean, especially someone, like him, But I guess everyone's got someone to look up to, and people.
But it's almost like not because you're a famous band. It's like thank you for making songs
doing
that
what you do.
thank
Yeah.
you for making songs that took me out of my like negativity.
Dude,
or
that is
depression.
exactly how I feel about Fish. I mean, like that's how I can relate. I mean, in that sense, obviously, I like a lot of the reggae ska shit too. Again, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't listen to a lot of rap, but the Wu-Tang that I have
You
heard
fired.
is fucking sick. I had a guy on my podcast last month who's a rapper, white guy from Long Island.
What's his name?
Bearded Legend? Shout out.
Bearded Legend.
Really cool dude, but he's got like the Beastie Boys kind of style as far as like high pitch and whatever else. But like, I don't know. I like the way that he puts himself out there as like he doesn't talk about like killing people or robbing people or whatever else. Like, it's just I don't know. I like the fact that he promotes like feeling good about yourself. He told me he's like I'd never want to see someone hurt themselves over some shit that I did, and I in that sense I can kind of relate to that. And I mean like I don't know what any of your lyrics are about, so if that's what they're about, I'm really sorry.
L&B pizza spumoni on your breath.
But fucking Coney Island.
Brooklyn, Bay. I would say like Bay Ridge area.
That's not
L&B Spumoni?
Spumoni is not.
That's like
Coney
Bensonhurst,
Island?
no? Nah.
Oh, maybe I'm.
Spumoni Gardens is pizza.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, I mean, just that alone. I mean, I started to listen to more rap after that podcast and kind of expand my horizons. So I'll definitely
Bearded Maniac.
Congrats.
Bearded Legend.
Bearded
I mean,
Legend.
he ain't nobody nearly to your status. But I mean, like just the fact that he's out there and trying to promote positivity, but still doing his thing with the rapping, and it sounds relatively good. I mean, his platform is whatever. I mean, he uses Instagram, whatever else. But it just goes to show you. I mean, like in this day and age, that the fact that you have the platform of like Instagram and Facebook and whatever else, even if you're not someone as huge as you have the opportunity to grow to that point if your shit is good.
Oh
and
yeah, that's the
beyond
thing
that,
about
like if you're humble and if you show, like Jeff said earlier, like you show, like you radiate like the fact that like you love yourself and you love what you do. Like I feel like that alone kind of like
Manifestation, man.
yeah, I mean like that gets people's attention and it makes you interested that much more. It's intriguing, So I mean, in that sense,
Like why be negative? You're just looking for like a waste of time. Like
Exactly.
Who needs to fight, man?
Exactly. I mean, how do you feel about like other rappers? Like, do you feel like are you like tight like people that are outside of like Wu-Tang Clan? Like, do you try to support one another? Or are you just like fuck that motherfucker? Like,
No. I mean, I treat them as regular humans or regular people on the planet.
of course.
I don't even see them as musicians when I walk in that door.
Right.
It's just I hear the music. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I know what they really are on
Right.
stage. They can't fool me.
Of course.
They got to go back home to mommy and eat the chicken.
Chicken wings?
And that's what it really is, you know?
True. No, I mean, and that's one thing that someone that is a musician, I feel like has that kind of level-headedness as far as like, not only not to be like, you know, starstruck, but to understand that this person's just another human too. Like, sure, they've got some sick talent and whatever else, but at the end of the day, they're just them, you know? So like,
That's what it is.
you know, don't
The thing is, like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this podcast? Why am I filming? Why are you doing music? What is your goal? If your goal is for bullshit, you're going to end up in bullshit. If your goal is to, like, love yourself and love your life, like, I took a trip to Cali a couple of weeks ago, and it was just to actually meet up with friends who happened to be in, like, big reggae bands.
yeah.
We ended up filming, like, 2 videos. It wasn't even planned. We were having fun, hopping around, like, Hermosa Beach. Then we went to L.A. You know, it's like, what do you want to do? Let's film a video.
Exactly. You already love doing that.
And then
you got 6
I even
scenery.
texted him. I'm like, yo, let's get YDB. And they shouted him out. They're like, yo, we want to work with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to work together, but the energy's there. It's out there,
Yeah.
you know?
What I like that whole jumpsuit. That
Oh,
shit
yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking dope, by the way.
It's nice and warm, you know? When it gets cold, go running if you want. Something, you know. Not the swimming, though. But,
Oh, hey man, if you want to swim in that shit, by all means.
oh, that's going to get soaky.
Little polar plunge down in Long Beach. So what's the next? You said you guys are going on tour.
Well, I got this band, Fortunate Youth, that I'm working with. I'm putting out a couple of vinyls with them. They're going on tour with Pepper and Iration, which are like 2 big bands.
I know Pepper. I don't know Iration.
Really good from Hawaii.
Okay.
So they're playing like an amphitheater tour, 5,000 to 7,000 people per show. And it's cool because like we're putting out 1 song on my label.
Right.
And we can just pretty much, you know, hopefully if everything comes to terms, he can do a couple of songs
Of course.
at a couple of shows, do some stage diving.
So you'll be on tour with him, or you're just gonna show up like?
No. I mean, YDB's not on. He's got a Wu-Tang tour he's doing all summer.
Okay.
They're playing Ford Amphitheater in June.
I was just about to ask that because I saw that on social
posted
media
that, yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. Okay, it was you that posted it.
But it would be cool to introduce him to the band and like break bread.
Yeah, of course.
Because I like to connect the dots with people, you know, see what happens.
So what do you do when you go like when you get to a show? Like what's the process? Like you just show up and immediately
Show up.
start
Well, you
taking
have
pictures?
your passes, right?
Yeah.
You get your laminates, which means you can go everywhere. You get some key photos, like some moments before the show.
Right.
You know, I'm not really like a stage photographer. Like, I don't shoot the bands as they play. I'm more of a candid behind the scenes.
Right.
So people get to know the personalities.
Okay.
So I'll do backstage, and then I'll do like after the show, kind of like high-fiving or like anything that like.
Like that dude was celebrating with the crowd, C-Money, with the
Oh,
the
yeah,
trumpet.
yeah,
It
yeah.
looked like that show was over. It was just crowd reactions. And
That
shit.
was like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
So I get like little candids here and there.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do with YDB is it's, you know, Wu-Tang's a legendary hip-hop New York thing.
Of course.
You go to Cali, I mean, it's one thing in New York, they're famous everywhere, but like when you go to Cali, it's like we want to meet him, we want to meet them.
Of course.
So it's like, I like to just introduce, and then once I do that, I kind of step back and see what happens, and that's when I just start snapping photos.
Okay.
So if I get like 1 or 2, I call them classics.
Yeah.
Like if I get like 1 of YDB like this, and like 3 band members just kind of like, that's a cool photo.
Yeah.
Or like just like a.
The black and white, and that's what it seems like it usually is. I'm
do a lot of
picturing
color
something.
trails.
I was just about to say that with the crazy red or blue or some shit over
He did
it.
a pretty cool shows for his dad's anniversary, his birthday, right?
Yes.
So it was ODB
Last year, November 15th.
and like nobody knew, but he was headlining. And all of a sudden the doors open and Busta Rhymes comes in through the door.
Shit.
So it's him and Busta Rhymes.
Oh my god.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then Busta Rhymes is like, did 10 seconds of rapping, and he's like, "Stop." It's like, I got a story to tell. And then he tells like a 10-minute story about his dad. That was
wild.
fucking cool.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah.
That's something.
That was
you'll
better
never
than the
forget.
actual
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I mean,
it's
that's something. If you're there at that point in time, like that's so special to like experience live.
And then he went out the door, and they closed the door.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
It was cool. They're like, "Yo, Busta
Life.
Rhymes just showed up
And you have it all on video or whatever.
on my cell phone." Yeah.
There you go.
I just filmed it myself because I have my photo camera.
Right.
So I was taking, photos.
Back and forth,
there's
yeah.
like half the Wu-Tang was there out of respect,
Right.
doing the, Raekwon, Ghostface, Master Killer.
Right.
Master Killer, shout out to Jamel Arif, who was my first. It's a funny story. That was my first Wu-Tang Connect, and my first video for one of the Wu-Tang guys, Master Killer.
How'd you get in contact with him?
I was at Rock the Bells
Okay.
in
That's
LA.
a good spot.
It was funny because like I'm talking about energy, and it's just like I did a video for this reggae guy called Collie Buds.
Yeah,
You know,
I
so-
know. him.
He flew me to Bermuda, and I shot one of his first videos. And that's another thing. Like, the singer Slightly Stoopid was like, "Dude, you shot Collie Buds. Like, do my video next." He's like, "My favorite videos are Collie Buds and the Agrolites video." And I'm like, "Bro, let's shoot Slightly Stoopid."
Right.
So we ended up shooting like 6 Slightly Stoopid videos over the last like 10 years. And so anyway, I get the pass for Rock the Bells, or it was actually called Paid Dues, which was like the LA version.
Okay.
So Collie Buds is playing at 2:30, but Wu-Tang was headlining, right? So you know how I'm thinking, New York hustler. I'm like, I want to meet Wu-Tang,
Hell yeah.
you know? And this must have been like 2010, 2011, right?
Right.
2011 probably. And so I finished what I had to do with Collie Buds, did his videos, photos, and he got on his tour bus, left. I'm like, dude, I got 8 hours to fucking roam around. So I'm going around literally searching for the Wu-Tang Clan. Yo, I go to every fucking, because there's like, in a festival, there's like 2 stages, right?
Yeah.
I go to the stage, I go to the backstage, no Wu-Tang. I go all the way across the field to the other stage, no Wu-Tang. I go back and forth, back and forth. I go to like, and in Cali, you get to sell weed, so I go to the weed tent, and like, where all the vendors are. Couldn't find Wu-Tang. And it's always the same. It's always when I'm like just about to give up. So I'm like, fuck it. I go into this like gymnasium. Like it's like I had to go to the back. I had to pee, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna go in the gymnasium. I open the door, and in a fucking football huddle is the Wu-Tang Clan in like a half moon, dude. So right away I pull out 9 race fist cards with my name and number on the back. I give it to Raekwon. Raekwon like rips it in half. Get the fuck out of here. Ghostface is like, nah. So I'm like giving it. Riz is like, yo, I'm a better photographer than you. Like, go away. Like literally, they were just talking shit in a New York way. Like, not mean, but like New York. Like,
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yo, I gave it to the last Wu-Tang guy. It was Master Killer. And he took it and like he did it like a microscope, like a eyeglass. He was like, yo, like 2 days later, I'm driving home from work. And I get a phone call, and I put it on speaker because I'm driving. I'm like, hello? He's like, is this the guy who gave me the raised fist card? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Who's this? This is Master Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan. He said it just like that. I'm like, yo, word up. He's like, I want to do a video. I'm like, come to Long Beach, dude. Yo, like 2 days later, he's at my apartment, like smoking blunts. And he's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, we're going to film a video on the beach. Took this guy out to lunch. He's a vegan, so we got him French fries. Like, he literally just ate French fries, right? Because he's, strict vegan dude.
Sure.
Respect. And we went into this, in Long Beach, we have this place called the Allegria Hotel. It's like the hotel.
Right.
So I do the same thing with him, but at the time, this is before I met O.D.B.
Right.
So I did it with Jamel, right? So we walk into, I'm like, let me do all the talking. So we go into Allegria. I'm like, can I speak to the manager? And this girl, she's like, hi, I'm Michelle or whatever. I'm like, this is Master Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan. She's like, wait, what? She gets like 2 other managers. We're like, yeah, we want to do a video here. She's like, we'll give you the whole penthouse for the night and blah, blah, blah. Like one post on Facebook, we ended up having like 1,000 people like upstairs at the penthouse. We filmed Master Killer video. We had all the surfers, all the skaters. It must have been planned perfect because there was fireworks going off. It was like, I think it was like 4th of July weekend or something. Fireworks going off. And then Vice Magazine premiered the video. And that was my intro into Wu-Tang. Because then I shot 2 more videos for Master Killer. Then I shot a couple videos for Capadonna. Then I shot a video for Raekwon. So it's just like I started, just each Wu-Tang guy I started like shooting videos for.
Right.
So
you just got more and more acquainted with them.
Yeah, now it's like, what's up?
Yeah.
You know?
So to go back to what I said before about the fact that when you made the connection with the slightly stupid Kyle, I think you said his name was?
Yeah, the whole band.
The guy, yeah. Like, when I said that was like your point where you made it, it seems like when you linked up with Wu-Tang Clan is when you made it.
Well, it was at the same time. Like, it was like 2009, 2010. Like, when I met all the surfer dudes is when I met all the hip-hop dudes.
Right.
And before I met, it's like a tree. Like, before I did that, I was just doing skateboarders in my neighborhood.
Right.
Like, I was just shooting skateboarders and surfers for like 5 years.
Yeah.
That's any photo is a skateboarder, a surfer, skateboarder. And then all of a sudden I meet Wu-Tang people, I meet surfer people, and it's almost like the best of both worlds. And I'm like, fuck it. Let me start doing T-shirts and stickers. Like, yo, you won't remember me as a photographer, but if I give you a sticker, like, oh, you're that guy.
Exactly.
With the crazy-ass sticker. Street art, right?
And that fucking logo, man, is sick. I feel like, how can you forget
This
that?
is an old-school hardcore logo. Like, this used to be, I'm not going to reveal it from where, but like,
my older brother was a big hardcore screamo fan, so like I think I know where that's from, but I'm not gonna say.
Well, it's from this band called Chain of Strength from like '85.
Okay, so
but
it's not what I thought it was.
It's just like an homage, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like raised fists, like not like negative, but raised fists. Like, we're gonna help each other, we're gonna rise above.
Yeah.
Like Black Flag has a song called Rise Above. Like, we're gonna rise above, we're gonna rise above. You know?
It kind of just reminds me of, like, rather than, like, white power or black power, it's just, like, pride for fucking everybody, you know? It's just, like, fucking...
It's PMA, man. Positive mental attitude.
That's what I like about the fact that, like, not only do you do, like, cool shit with that, it seems like just your brand itself promotes, like, such positivity. The people that interact within, you know, your fan base seem like they loved, you know, reaching out to you, but also the work that you put out and repping your you know,
here's
attire,
the thing. Yeah, it's
know?
like
the people that like you fucking love you, you know? I mean, and it just seems like because of the fact that you're so humble and that you put out such cool shit and you hang out with such cool people, you know, like, it's just a combination of things.
Like, I like what you said once. It's kind of like, check this out. You could choose a positive path, you could choose a negative path, right?
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I know people who are into that negative thing, and it works for them. If that's what you want to do. If you want to, like, dick people over, talk shit, kill people, like, you can actually have a life of being negative and have no consequences. I mean, aside from going to jail, but there are people that live negatively and actually live that lifestyle and love it. They say they worship Satan. What is worshiping Satan? It doesn't mean they wear horns and they drink blood and shit like that. It means it's negative.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to talk shit about you, and people actually survive doing these negative things. I don't want to live like that.
Right.
I want to live a positive path. Like, I want to be nice to people. I want to do positive things.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the same thing you could say about Young Dirty Bastard, the way that he performs to his fan base, and, you know.
Look at his Instagram. All this guy promoting healthy things, like about eating right, about drinking right, like about being good to each other.
Exactly.
Like, if this guy was promoting, like, buying guns and killing each other, I'd be like, yo, that's whack. If he was promoting, like, I'm better than you, fuck you, like, I wouldn't be down with that.
Exactly.
It's, like, annoying.
Exactly.
Master Killer, you hang out with this guy, Like, he calls me once a month. He's like, I just want to say thank you for everything, respect. He doesn't want anything from me. I'm like, you want to do video? He's like, nah, man, I'm just calling to say what's up.
Those are the best type of people, though, because, like you just said, they don't want anything from you, but at the same point in time, they're, reaching out and saying that they appreciate
because he's true.
the fact
He's
that-
true to himself.
Exactly.
He's that spiritual person where he's showing love.
Exactly. Because, I mean, like, you could just say he's just doing it to, blow your head up, but...
Doesn't need to.
That's the thing. You know him, too, and the point is that he's at that point of peace in his life where I feel like a lot of people are
It's
not at.
peace.
I mean, that's really, admirable in that sense because,
Riz is your uncle, right?
Oh, it's time to eat.
What?
No. It's time to eat. My stomach growls.
All right.
All right, Riz is my uncle.
We'll wrap this up.
Riz says, like, he wrote this thing that he wrote this I think it was the Tao of Wu or whatever, but he has a thing about peace, the word peace. You start out every conversation with peace. It doesn't mean like, yo, peace and love. It's like, yo, peace. Like, that's the first thing I'm going to say to you because I'm letting you know that there's no negativity. So if I come at you without saying peace, it's like, I want this, I want that. But if I say peace, we're starting off on the... It doesn't mean I'm not going to fuck you up or I'm not going to do anything, but I'm coming with peace.
Yeah,
Like peace.
exactly.
Let's talk about what we're going to do. Or let's talk about something that can, can be positive or beneficial. But I come at you with peace. And I really like that. When I read that, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And even on phone calls, like the first thing you say is peace, because it's like
No, I
there's
like that a lot.
there's no ill intentions, like peace. So right away we're starting off on a good note.
Exactly. Well,
Not like
you're putting your intentions out there from the start, like, yo, I don't want any problems, but at the same point in time, this is what it is. I like that.
Yeah, ever since babies, we had this. That's how we were. Like,
Yeah.
Peace. That was the first words probably we learned. Peace. Yeah, from when we hang up the call, it's peace, and when we greet the call, it's peace. That's how we do
I've
it.
never,
all
I've
day
never,
long.
I've never heard that at the beginning.
it's like a
but
5%er thing, right?
if everyone
Well,
did that,
it's universal.
I feel like the
No,
world would be a
reality.
better place if people just acknowledged, each other more respectfully from the start of a conversation anywhere. Whereas
It's
like you
hard
said,
in this day and age. It's
Yeah.
really fucking hard, man.
No, it's true. It's true. But I mean, like, everyone's got to make an effort that much more to acknowledge.
You look at media, like it's almost like this agenda to divide people. Like you got men against women, you got black versus white, you got everyone fighting each other. When it's like, dude, like
We're all
I
the
can,
same.
like, dude, I go to Jamaica and it's like obviously I'm white and like they're not, and it's like I never even saw it like that.
Yeah.
And it's like what's going on now is just encouraging this division.
Of course.
Like women are fighting men, right?
Yeah.
Over the Me Too thing. And then you got black versus white with this whole politics bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you got, it's got to stop.
It's just everywhere.
It's got to stop,
Yeah.
man.
No, it's ridiculous.
Unity is about stopping the bullshit. And I feel like a lot of people get sucked into this fighting thing.
Exactly. And there's, like you were just saying, there's the people that are all about, like, what you're trying to promote, like, as far as the peace and whatever. And then there's the people that are just so hardcore, like,
But that's what's
what
trending
they
right now,
believe.
man.
No, it's scary, though, because it's like, me, like...
It's scary how many dumb people there are falling into
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. I try to think of myself as, like, a level-headed person, and I look around, and it's like, damn, like, what's wrong with that person? Or, like, I mean, like, damn, like, this person...
But you can't judge. Listen, you can't
That's
judge
the
people.
thing. Like, you got to remember that, too. Like, yo, like, don't...
You can just understand what's going on
Yeah.
and not fall into the trap,
Yeah.
right?
That's a really good point.
Like, don't judge people. Never assume things about people, right? Just understand what they're going through. I'm a teacher, so, like, I have to deal with kids.
Exactly.
So it's like if a kid's upset, cursing, you can't take it personal.
Of course.
He's probably going through something, or she.
Yeah.
So same thing. It's like, you gotta understand, like, the media is trying to, like, make people battle each other because division is what keeps the
Newsworthy.
ruling class ruling. But, yo, don't get me started on a tangent right now.
No, I'm definitely in agreement with you in that sense. I'm not trying to keep you guys here all night. If you guys need to get out of here, we can pick up another time. Obviously, I appreciate you coming down.
No,
here,
it was a good. We'll come back. It was a good interview.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yo, thank you guys so much. Seriously,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Can you both just give a shout out as far as like who you are and where
For the beginning of the
episode?
episode.
Where we can find you. Well, I'm gonna throw up like a lower third. I'm gonna put up his Instagram.
You wanna go first?
Your Instagram.
All right. Jeff Pliskin, Raised Fist Propaganda at Raised Fist Propaganda. IG, Facebook. We actually have a collab shirt. We have a collab T-shirt on. If you go to raisedfistpropaganda.com, click store. It's the limited edition ODB YDB RFP limited T-shirt. It's that picture of baby YDB with ODB, which is a classic photo.
Go buy that shit.
Thank you. And then we got Young Dirty Bastard, Barson Jones.
Yeah, shout out to the babies in the universe and keep achieving and being successful. Young Dirty Bastard Official is Instagram. You can follow me and follow my legacy, Old Dirty Bastard. And I love every one of you. Peace.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna wrap up this one. Catch you guys next time. Thank you, Young Dirty Bastard, Raised Fist Propaganda,
fans,
Jeff,
bro. Whoa.
Jeff Pliskin.
I used to have this guy in study hall. He was my first year teaching. Yo, my first year teaching, he was my student.
Yo,
That's how old I am.